Alright, Archero 2, Chapter 2, Cloud Dreamland. I did try going in with this beam staff. This is not the weapon for me, so switch back over to the crossbow there to see how well that was going to go, and defeat 50 waves. Probably played 1 or 2 stages like I cannot do this. So Piercing Arrow, Venom, or Blaze. I do like my Venom. Love watching the enemies die from that, so I am going to grab that. Although the Piercing would have been a nice way to go too. Actually, all 3 of them really weren't that bad. Gold 400, okay. Probably the worst thing I could get, but I do need gold. So these guys will shoot poison out. Nothing too crazy. Just gotta make sure I don't get too cocky on it and have them, have them get me. But there is some ladybugs. Those things can be a little tricky there at times. We'll talk about those in a second. Late Wing Arrow I do like, but I also like getting Bolt and the fact that we can go and have that proc multiple enemies when they're close together. I got the green snake guys. So those ladybugs can be a little tricky, especially when you get later in, that they're going to kind of roll towards you and some of them will have flame trails. They don't seem like that much of a threat, but somehow they still end up getting you. Let's go for diagonal arrows here. We talked about weapon enhancement the other day. Good for things like Seal Battle, or even the Guild Boss 2, I think it was, but not really something we want to be grabbing in chapters. I like my stutter stepping on this, seems to help out. And enemies are dropping pretty quickly too, so... do I want to go front arrow or the instant strike? We'll go front arrow on it here, just to have one more. So the way this game works here, if you did play Archero 1 and you had bouncy wall, for example, here they're going to bounce off the wall and then bounce directly back to you. So just something to keep in mind on that. This guy I think we talked about yesterday too. It's going to launch out those, shoot a bunch of little ones out. Normally I kind of stick a little bit closer to the wall. It's a nice easy way to kind of cheat on it. They're still going to come bouncing towards you, but when you're right at the back of the wall, you don't have to really worry about dodging twice. You're pretty much just dodging once because it's going to hit the wall and it's going to come back. If you're spaced out a little bit like I was, it is going to kind of make it where it's not going to end up in the same area. The beam circle would have been nice, but I want to save the health. Wolves, don't underestimate them. They can definitely get you too. But you see how the poison just kind of really helps solidify it there? It's like, it's just going to slowly drain them enough. I would like to ignite them on it, so that's another thing. Just like the poison, you got the burn ticks in there. The burn isn't going to be continuous though, so keep that in mind. Gotta watch out for these bees. These things would mess me up the first time I played through. I hated them bees, they were always getting me. So I kind of cringe a little bit when I see them. The egg guy, we've seen him already with shooting the flames in 2 different directions. And let's see what the Valkyrie gives us here. Slow field, not really too worried about that. I'm going to go for the attack increase. Try to buff ourselves up. The mages though. Mages and beasts, that's not a good combination. The heart here. I mean, the big part of this game is just knowing what these enemies' attacks are going to be and being able to just know how to dodge them. Let's go rear arrow. That was a little bit of a tongue twister. My mouth didn't want to work there. Oof. But yeah, knowing the projectiles, are they going to be fast? Are they going to be kind of like a lob? Are they going to have splash damage? So all things to watch out for. And we talked about this guy yesterday too. I'm going to get 3 jumps out of him. And then he's going to make his big jump where he's going to try to target us. Get out of the way of that. But that's just that fire pattern. Once we get his health down to where the bar is the end, he's going to pop back up again. And now he's going to have feet, so we just got to watch out for the run on him. Brings the spawn up, and now he's going to launch out his fireballs. This guy really ain't too bad. But I figure he has about twice the health that you expect he was because you're pretty much fighting 2 bosses in one. Grab that heart. Let's see what the deal the devil's going to give us. Something good? Nope, not the shield. So I did say that was OP skill and I had to put a correction on the screen. That's just going to be like a one-time hit. It can be helpful, but the really one I want to get is the invincibility shield, where you go and, or invincibility potion, I should say. You go and have a potion vial drop, you pick it up, and you're pretty much have a shield for like 3 seconds or so. Could be shorter, could be longer, but it's pretty strong. These ladybugs, Oh, some skeletons hidden in there. I wasn't expecting that. Skeletons I don't do too well with. They always tend to maybe just kind of sneak attack me. I usually get hit and then I'm like, oh, there's a skeleton out there. Ooh, we got a laser sprite. Those things are going to work good, but we'll go for the attack speed and stuff. Just to make sure we got a little bit more movement if I need to run away from those ladybugs. But you saw how they kind of just rolled towards me. You never really know where they're going. Ooh, multi-shot. So, energy beam, not good for chapters. You don't really want to do anything that's going to have a charged kind of attack. So the energy beam, the charged arrow, there's also a yellow disc one. If you get all three of those in seal battle though, especially with a tracking eye, it's pretty OP. But this is not the spot for it. Even in PvP, it's not too bad either. I mean, you see me get hit by those arrows. They get me every time. We'll take the max HP. Going in on the third boss, what are we going to have here? Okay, it's this dude, so... Gotta watch out for the red ones. Those ones will bounce. Do we have the red ones? Or is it just going to be purples? Oh, there's the red ones. Okay. So there is another form of him where they're going to shoot out, say, 5 red ones in a straight row. And even the purples. The beam. Don't get fooled by the beam. Just keep on moving the whole time. But this guy can get you. Don't underestimate him. Especially if you get hit by the beam, because you get a little too overzealous there of, I'm going to just take him down. That's one of my big problems, is I just kind of go and I'm like, I'm going to rush up close and hit him with the orbs, and then I take a hit. Bomb Spirit, we'll reject that. Wouldn't be bad to have, but we want to hang on to our health. Ooh, do I go for the freeze on this, or Peerless Fervor? I'll go freeze. Should slow him down a little bit. I haven't paid too much attention to, like, the animations on it of what it does. Like, freeze in Archero 1, like, if somebody was going to jump and you froze them, it would screw things up. Like, freeze wasn't always the best thing to get, but it seems to be pretty decent in here. I do like it. Snakes, nothing to worry about. Get rid of them. Them bees. That was close to that and dropped it quick. And what are you going to give us? There's our invincibility potion right there. So grab that. You see we got our shield. It seems like about 2 seconds, maybe 3. But if I didn't have that with them ladybugs right there, I'd just be running the whole time and just try to shoot off a poison just a little bit. Sometimes with the invincibility shield, you want to just kind of leave it there. It will vanish over time. Now should we go for the Pearson shot? Why not? So you leave the vial on the screen until you need it, like going into a wave or going into a boss or waiting for those projectiles to pop up. Always a nice time to go run over it. Like, okay, these guys are getting close. I'm going to grab it real quick. It's not like a one-time thing per wave. They will keep on reappearing for you. Grab the movement speed. And there's things where, like, you can go in, better chances of getting potions, meaning that they're going to show up more. So the archer here, this guy can be a little nutty. You saw the 3 spreading out. That one right there, we're going to have the bounce on it. And we're going to have 3 in a row on this guy? Or is it just going to be 3 in a spread and then the one that launches? So you see how the bouncy shot on this guy, that one is going to be like, hey, if I'm shooting at 60 degrees, it's going to bounce the wall and go off in 30 degrees. The other one that's kind of the skeleton guy, when it shoots at you, it's going to be going directly back to him. So it's going to kind of go through the path of the same one twice, but that is not the case with this guy. And as long as he doesn't get too close to us, we should be in good shape. So we got him. Deal with the devil is going to give us Super Circle. I'm going to pass on that. So that's how I talked about yesterday too, is the Super Circle will actually rotate the orbs in the opposite direction of your elemental orbs. And they tend to stick out a little bit further than them too, so if you had both sets of orbs, those non-elemental ones would hit the enemy first, and then as they got closer to you, your elemental ones would hit. Now do we go for laser sprite? Yeah, I almost wanted to get the giant strength, but I do like the lasers. I think they used to be a little bit stronger. I mean, that's the way it's feeling. I don't know if I'm just going from playing an over-buffed account to just playing a noob account. I did spend $10 on this for the free, or for the ad-free version. I don't know if that makes me not a free-to-play player anymore, but I cannot stand the ads in this game. I would literally lose my mind watching them. So I have officially spent $10 on this one, which is nearly close to the cost of what we spent over on Capybara Go. Beam Strike, that seems like a good way to go for the swords. If you guys want me to wail on this game, just let me know. Maybe we'll just drop a couple $1,000s on it, but I'm trying to avoid it. And the fact that I've done that on other games and it didn't always go well, but we're well around $3,000 on Capybara right now, and that hasn't been out too long. So get these guys. Yeah, we're taking. Oof, that's some bad movement there. We gotta get up to this heart here. Yeah, it hurt a little bit. Okay, he dropped a heart too. Oof. Gets a little bit tougher as you get later in. I mean, that was always like Archero 1 when you got in that last 40 to 50. That's when you started dying. We could get Demon Recovery for healing when killing monsters, but we're already at stage 48. We're going to be seeing the Angel in a second. So it really doesn't make a sense to get that, but I'd love to get that or the Venom Orbs earlier in the game. Alright, this guy's going to do 3 jumps at us, I believe. Or just 3 jumps in place. We got the run. Is that all it is? Is he going to shoot a flame out at us? Usually there's like a breath fire that comes out. Alright, so this is the different one. So 3 of those, runs towards you, shoots out those. Okay, there, yep, so he is going to have that flame shooting out of the mouth. You want to watch out for that. I think we got him. We're doing good. We're full health right now. We're hitting them pretty hard. This doesn't seem to be too bad at all, so just a little bit more. Come on. Bam, got him. So there you go. I got a burp. There you go, chapter 2. Yeah, if you guys want to know how you should be spending your gems in the game, take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.